Well, it's a beautiful evening here in St. Petersburg, Florida, right here on the water, the West Coast. And tonight, the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational continues as your Tampa Bay Rowdies take on the Philadelphia Union live at Al Lang Stadium in St. Petersburg, Florida. The teams are getting ready to take the field, and we'll get the introductions on the way. As you can see, Ralph's mom sporting the flags, and we're having a good time here as part of this Suncoast Invitational. Earlier today, the Montreal Impact beat DC United 4-1 in the Invitational, and the Rowdies, who had lost to DC United last week 1-0, will look to maybe have a better result against the Philadelphia Union that played DC United to a tie just a few nights ago. Yeah, and you were up in Jacksonville for a Union game as well, and so tonight I think is a great opportunity for possibly Stuart Campbell's side to get a win. He again is changing a couple things up, especially in goal. The starting keeper Matt Pickens will have the night off, so Glodak and Longer hopefully get some time in there, but it's still building all up to that first game on April the 2nd. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun when we start talking about all the things that are going on here, and of course getting these players, a couple of little different combinations for Stuart Campbell. We'll talk about that in rosters when we can. And while the teams are getting introduced and the national anthem, and we look at Ralph's mob, we'll get a quick break in here. We'll come back, meet the third person of our team as well, Heather Donnelly, who's down on the sideline. We'll be back. You're watching Rowdy Soccer from Al Lang Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
It's a 1-iron. And the right side of the green should go left when it hits.
I can't even see that one.
Oh, just a couple more.
Well, how's he getting on?
Just 4 over.
Again, water coming off the bill of his head.
Sweat, isn't it?
You warm enough? I'm warm enough, yeah. Yes.
So when do you think you'll turn professional?
I know I have to keep working hard to keep getting better and better.
On the tee, Tiger Woods. From Northern Ireland, Roy McIlroy.
Good shot, Evan.
Can you feel it? That vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1 million megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
Every hour.
At St. Anthony's, we're not just a hospital.
We're St. Pete's newest emergency center with all private rooms for your comfort.
We are a comprehensive breast center, giving you care and compassion when you need it most.
We're your neighborhood family physician, and we're here to take care of you.
We're a healthcare team striving to make your visit easy and comfortable.
At St. Anthony's, we're your connection to exceptional care.
Last year, Bud Light built a town called Whatever USA and invited anyone who enjoys spontaneous awesomeness to become its citizens.
It's like Christmas, my birthday, Mardi Gras all combined. This is unreal. It's like my best dream.
Are you up for whatever? Good weather, drinking beer is awesome. Where am I? This is amazing.
And all that's standing between you and a chance at is sharing a 15-second audition video. Tell us why you should go using #UpForWhatever and #audition.
Can you feel it? That vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater. Solar powered and radiating 1,000,000 megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
At St. Anthony's, we're not just a hospital.
We're partners in the community, providing a connection to wellness for those in need.
We're St. Pete's newest emergency center with all private rooms for your comfort.
We're Suncoast Medical Clinic with all your physicians under one roof.
We are imaging and same-day surgery minutes from your home.
At St. Anthony's, we're your connection to exceptional care.
Great looking shot of downtown St. Petersburg, just around the corner from Al Lang Stadium, the home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. You get an opportunity to look down there. And our anthem singer, Ryan Julian, coming off the field. The teams are shaking hands. And our sideline reporter getting ready with Heather Donnelly. Heather?
Mike, tonight we want to get the fans at home into tonight's game. So we want you guys to tweet us at Tampa Bay Rowdies throughout the night and let us know what you're thinking of our live stream and of the game. The question we want to know right now is, which player do you think will score first? So go ahead, tweet us at Tampa Bay Rowdies. We'll take a look. We might shout out some here on air during the game. And Mike and Lee, I'll put you guys on the spot. Who do you think is going to score first tonight?
Well, that's a good Lee. Go ahead. Who do you think as far as the...
You know what? I think that Tom Heineman will get the first goal for the Rowdies tonight after he was denied in that first game.
Well, you know, and I think, it's a great choice, but I'm going to go with the unorthodox, and, I'll go for the long shot. I'm going to say Michael Longer on a long punt at some point. I don't know, but it's good. We got to get a goal somehow because the Rowdies did get shut out last time. But, as the Union is still finishing up. On a serious one, I will go ahead and say Darwin Espinal. So I think we'll go with Darwin. And there is the Twitter. You can tweet us at Tampa Bay Rowdies, at Tampa Bay Rowdies. And I know Heather will be on that throughout the game. There's you're going to look at the lineup there, or at least the guys huddling up. And why don't we go ahead and, I think if we have those starting lineups, Lee, I know that we'll get an opportunity because Philadelphia's got some guys in, as do the Rowdies here as we look at that Jim Curtin's team.
All right, here is Jim Curtin's 4-3-3. And have a look on that left-hand side in the middle. Number 24, Ilsinho, played for Shakhtar Donetsk, has been capped at the Brazilian national level, scored for Shakhtar in the Champions League against Barcelona. CJ Sapong up top for the Union. And for the Tampa Bay Rowdies and Stuart Campbell's side, a couple of changes, almost flipping things up. Tom Heineman up top, starting Espinal, Burgos in behind Heineman, Al Hassan on the back line, Sweat, Antonejevic, Sam Filippo, Jeremy Hall, and Longer making his start tonight in goal, and he might change after 45 minutes of play. And there is a look at the officials for tonight, Mike.
Sure, as you can see, the center ref, Jorge Gonzalez, Kermit Quisenberry, and Steven Richardson Jr. are your lines, and Trent Van Heidsma is your fourth official. Philadelphia will be wearing the white. They will be going left to right on your TV screen, as will the Rowdies, opposite direction in all black from basically head to toe. And we will get an opportunity as Philadelphia will kick off. You mentioned Ilsinho. I have had a chance to watch him a couple times. He's looked pretty good, and as you said, his resume is pretty impressive. He's going to be on the ball up top with CJ Sapong.
And currently, if I am correct, he is in italics on our lineup. So with 23 men signed on Philadelphia's roster, they still have a couple of spots open, and he is being looked at by the Philadelphia Union coaching staff.
Well, Stuart Campbell's made a couple changes, too, into this starting lineup as Darwin Espinal is called for the foul early on. Looks like Espinal's on the right side. That's a little bit new for him as Al Hassan goes to the left. We've seen Darwin over there as Ben Sweat comes in late. And Chris Pontius. Well, it's not Chris, that's already a card in the first minute. Leo Fernandez goes down. Of course, these two have seen each other. Fernandez with the Cosmos last year and Sweat. But Ben comes in and goes through the player.
Yeah, dangerous tackle, but I like to see that early in the game, setting the tone. They did that so much last year. They were in the book a lot, but it really does send a message to the other team that, hey, I don't care what league you're in, you're coming into our house, and we are going to dictate the terms of how this game is going to be played, regardless if it's preseason or not.
Junior Burgos, the one-man wall. It's going to bounce up and hit the hand of Anderson as he whistled for the foul. Kind of whipped on by the Rowdies. Ilsenio took that free kick as Michael Longer will get his first touch as a Tampa Bay Rowdy in net. I'll take that back. He had the second half the other day. He gets a start today. Chris Glodock, you know, the young man from Clemson, looking to play the second half as try and rotate some of the goalkeepers. Chris has been doing pretty well in his year and plus, and going to get rewarded with a half here perhaps. Union bring it out of the back now. And pressured by Espinal. It will go off of Darwin. Pontius has to go back towards his goalkeeper. Anderson cuts it off though. Wangara. Opportunity for Philadelphia as they come in with number Sapong. Ilsenio hits it and it goes into Longer's chest, and Longer will quickly roll it out to Ben Sweat. Odd man rush a little bit there that perhaps went on as Khalif Al Hassan gets it across midfield into Junior Burgos. Getting to know the new Rowdies. Guerra though will lose it. Three-man odd man rush. Now they're going to go out wide. This is Fernandez, Leo Fernandez. Goes at Stefan Antonievich. Able to get it back towards the top of the area. Hall though steps in. Play on as he got the ball. Nice tackle by Hall. Heineman will try and hold it up. And whistle for the foul is Anderson.
Good job by Jeremy Hall, not showing any fear going into the tackle and deemed fair by the official, and causes the turnover. Gives it up to Heineman, and right away Heineman trying to hold that ball. It's knocked over, and the free kick goes to the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Rowdies started a little slow the other night against DC United. Had the better part of the play for a little while, but second half it was pretty even, and both teams made substantial subs.
And it'll be interesting, Mike, as Danny Mwanga was that lone guy playing up top to begin that first game. This time Heineman, but certainly has the support with the wings this time. I think is going to provide a little more speed, so he's not going to be all alone up top as Danny Mwanga kind of was in the first part of that game against DC United.
And we anticipate seeing Mwanga in with Georgi Ristov. Last time Heineman and Ristov did well as Heineman is called for the foul here. They created some opportunities. Rowdies maybe a little short, you know, it is early in the preseason, really only their third week, or, you know, into their second week of preseason games. Or actually the second week of preseason games, their third week of practice. And a couple little players maybe banged up, could probably play in the regular season, but might not see action tonight so early in the preseason.
Yeah, absolutely no reason to rush players back if they have a little bit of a strain or a little bit of tightness or something like that. They still have to go over to England for a good part of their preseason as well, which will be a great experience for the players. Excellent job by management of this team to set that up, to Bill Edwards and everybody to forever to, you know, have that option for the club. Not many do. So it's fantastic that they're going to get that experience playing against some of those teams over the pond.
That schedule on March 6th. They should head out through St. Patrick's Day. Almost 2 full weeks. In the meantime, they have a home game next Saturday night against the Montreal Impact. And then they will go across the bay and play at the University of South Florida in a traditional game. And you know, you can always go to rowdysoccer.com and find out. And sometimes the clinic right beforehand too. So go on over and register your young for that one. Rowdies will get a free kick. 5.5 minutes played, scoreless here at Al Lang Stadium. And Sweat looking for Burgos, but Anderson reads that, cuts it off. Alima will play it. Al Hassan tries to get the second ball, and he does. Khalif Al Hassan into Valima. Back to Guerra. Neri Valima out of North Carolina Chapel Hill. Very played his college soccer. It's not really a southern name, I would say, in Valima. But now an opportunity here as Burgos around the wing. Burgos pulls it back, and Al Hassan sets it in, doesn't get a shot off, and Philadelphia will come away with a loose ball.
Al Hassan there on the cross, just tried to backheel that one. It may have been a little bit behind him, and in his mind, I guess, too much to try to pull the trigger with his right foot, so just tried to backheel that over across the face of the goal a little more to see if Darwin Espinal was there for it, but it didn't work out for Al Hassan.
Michael Longer sends it up the field. Burgos may have been in an offsides position. He did not attempt at it. I don't know if he got back in time. He's looking forward. Tommy Heineman pushing under pressure, and Anderson will try to go to Pontius down the side. Pontius does a good job of pushing around the corner. Paul's going to get back and force him to go back inside, but still with the ball is Pontius. But now Espinal back to help him is able to take it away, and Sanfilippo gets it up to Heineman. Heineman may have got clipped with the cleat in the back, and Anderson whistled for a foul.
Good job there by Jeremy Hall, even though it did look like on that left-hand side he was getting beat by Chris Pontius. He stayed with them, kept them in front of him, did not let him go around, and eventually did win that ball back.
Well, not a good kick there by the Rowdies. They look to switch the field to Al Hassan. Instead it stands up, goes back to the keeper, and the Union will come out of their back third now. Senio will touch it wide. Whipped across towards the back post. Ben Sweat will chase down Fernandez. Fernandez is going to be able to keep it in. It will go off of Sweat. There will be a kick. Al Lang Stadium here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Of course, the home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Mike Pepper, Lee Godfrey, Heather Donnelly down on the sideline, and we're scoreless through 8 minutes.
Well, the Rowdies a little unfortunate losing that first game 1-0 to DC United on a goal that we both probably thought, and a lot of fans, should not have been allowed.
Yeah, that's for sure. Sanfilippo gets the cross from Rosenberry and puts it out. Heineman this time being held off a little bit by Trevitt.
Heineman certainly with the opportunity late in that game to be able to at least tie it up on the breakaway, but was stopped. So definitely not one where the game is out of reach. They're in this every step of the way, and you know that a big test like this and a challenge, they'd love to come away with a win.
Absolutely. Stefan Antonievich, big 6'6" center defender. And Al Hassan will earn the free kick for the Rowdies.
Couple of trialists on the bench tonight for the Rowdies. It'll be interesting to see if they do get into the game, and as well it'll be interesting to see if Freddie Adu gets into the match. He was one of those players that was signed towards the back end of last season, got in a few games, assisted on a few goals, but not always completely healthy and match fit. If he gets into this game tonight.
Burgos ball in, is punched away by Jones, and looked like perhaps Antonievich ran into Jones and will be called for a foul.
It's going to be a handful for other teams in the North American Soccer League this year dealing with the Rowdies on those type of set pieces, because last year it was either Tamim Kandawiri and Stefan Antonievich coming forward and getting into those positions, but now you have a big man up top in Tom Heineman as well, so you really have to choose who you're going to mark in those scenarios, and after enough time, someone is a big body is going to get open in the box to be able to pounce on it and get it in the goal for the Rowdies. So very encouraging as far as the size factor is concerned on those type of plays.
Mwanga has some size himself, and Longer has to just send this one over the sideline. Mwangaro's ball was a little dangerous, and Longer didn't. It maybe had a little more time, but made no worries about it and just set it over the sideline for the throw for Philadelphia. They'll try and switch the field now as Sanfilippo gets it. Now an opportunity for the Rowdies, although it slows down a little bit. Burgos and Espinal can't connect.
shot there. Ralph's mob, they do not care one bit if this is preseason or regular season. They're always behind their team 100%, and what a difference it makes to the atmosphere here at Al Lang Stadium. It really livens it up, and it is a good crowd here tonight for a friendly.
And Sweat will win the header. Second ball, though, will come to the Union at midfield. Rowdies will try and organize the back again. Played up long. Longer's off his line and will corral it about 12 yards from the net.
Good communication there with Longer and Sanfilippo as he was back there to get it, but I'm sure he heard Longer yelling that that was the keeper's ball, so there was no chance of any mistakes on the back.
Lima over his head. Coming away with a loose ball is Nogueira. Philadelphia switches the field. Again, it's Anderson that's coming up. Rowdies sending the 9 behind the ball. They'll get the turnover is Sanfilippo and Hall trying to go forward. Cutting inside, and as Sanfilippo just sends it back upfield. Philadelphia resets. They're looking forward quickly, perhaps. Put down, and Juan Gatter will take it away. Gatter with a little space. It's a 5-on-5 situation, but he has no one really breaking free, so he has to slow it down. Espinal into Valima. Valima will try to go across. He does. It's Al Hassan. He's got Sweat running around him, but he goes inside to Espinal. Can't get it, but now the second ball is Al Hassan. Goes wide for a goal kick, and with that one going wide, let's check with Heather Donnelly, who's got some updates on what people are tweeting. Heather?
Yeah, Mike, at the top of the game, we asked all fans watching who they think will be the first player to score, and we really appreciate everyone's tweets to @TampaBayRowdies. The consensus on the Rowdy side seems to be Heineman. Several people think Tom Heineman will be the first one to score. And then on the Union side, we have fans predicting that Latu, Sapong, and Ilsinho could be the first to score. Guys?
Thank you.
Well, it certainly could be two of those three for the Union.
Well, it could be if it goes second half. Latu's not in that starting lineup right now.
Yeah, I don't even know. Latu's not even on the bench, so Latu's getting the night off. So if he scores tonight, that would be fantastic.
Might be. Maybe someone's wearing his jersey. Espinal does not quite earn the kick or the throw, excuse me. Philadelphia bring it down the line.
You know, if we'd have did this for the first match and there was somebody on the Philadelphia Union under, P Academy.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Academy, that's who I would have taken to score the first goal.
Longer just sends it downfield. Heineman will challenge. He gets his body in position. Good job there, but second ball is going to find its way to Valima. Verneri Valima up to Khalifa Hassan. Hassan, the body's too close to him, so he's just trying to slow it down and see if some space can open up. Junior Burgos into Gatta. Rowdies look to switch the field, and Sanfilippo has a little bit of space. Up now to Espinal. Hall, who would come from his right back position, has to give it back to Sanfilippo. Burgos is off sides, and it will be the free kick for the Union.
Good job there by the Tampa Bay Rowdies, holding possession, moving it around the midfield, and it really all started by winning that second ball Valima did after Heineman went up for that original goal kick by Longer, and that's key to winning those battles in the midfield. It's not necessarily the first ball, it's the second one, to be in position, to be able to get wherever it goes, and he did a perfect job of it, and it really gave some good ball movement and play to the Rowdies.
Ilsinho brings it down. Good work by Philadelphia right in the middle, and the overlapping run is Fabinho is taken down by Espinal, and a free kick for Philadelphia in a dangerous position. Ball should be whipped into the area. It's about 20 yards from the end line, but it is well wide, so it's about 5-10 yards. Let's get another look at the foul. Espinal just stepped in a little late, perhaps, and whistle for it. It's about, as I mentioned, 5 to 10 yards from the sideline, so one that, if whipped in with the right foot, and it looks like it might be, by Ilsinho. Or is that? No. Sent, spot headed over. Dangerous, dangerous, and it may have gone off the Rowdies, so says the referee, and it will be a corner kick. That was Ilsinho that sent the ball in, and he'll take the corner again. See who maybe that ball went off of. Don't know at that point, but let's.
It looks like maybe diving in. Ben Sweat is the one that directed that out.
And here's the corner, and whipped in, and Longer over his head, shot, goal. Philadelphia on the corner kick, up and challenge, and it looked like Trebet gets the goal, and Philadelphia leads 1-0.
Well, there was issues on marking on the free kick before the corner kick, and there you see the ball go up, and yeah, it's Trebet diving into that one. A nice header as he gets away from any of the traffic, and he just leans his head in there. And he's able to get all of that and power it by Longer. Yeah, just enough. And Valima is actually standing on that back post. I don't know if it would have went onto the post or in without that, but that's an interesting look there, how he actually did touch that ball into the goal.
I think it was
on its way.
Maybe he was inside. It was definitely there. But you're right. I mean, sometimes you just got to be a little bit more alert, and maybe you can keep that one out. But tough one. I mean, that's always. I mean, it's you're not a GOAT, but you're certainly not the hero either.
Heinemann was the closest getting in there to Mark Trebet.
This ball, Fernandez.
Important part of the game, obviously, because the Rowdies have been playing step for step quite easily with the Philadelphia Union in the run of play, but it's going to be those set pieces that are going to be crucial.
Ball was taken down. It'll be a free kick for the Rowdies. Sanfilippo. Look forward for Heinemann. Heinemann's got 2 men on him. He's body going backwards. Anderson lets him fall. Sweat up to Valima, and now to Espinal. Espinal and Al Hassan have switched sides for now. Burgos will send it out to Khalifa Al Hassan, but instead of playing to feed, he plays to space, and there was miscommunication once again. Longer has to clear it out. She's been pressured by Sapong. Junior Burgos fouled, and free kick again for the Rowdies. Darwin Espinal's first touch not good.
Well, they started on opposite sides, and now Espinal's moved back over to that left-hand side, and Al Hassan to the right.
Guerra plays it off a Hall. Throw in for the Union. Now a through ball, still on sides, running down and crossing it. Looks like it might be Pontius. Longer, strong, but it's still free. Fernandez runs onto it. Second ball back out. Looks like it's Pontius again on the right foot. Towards the back post, going to go over everyone. It will be a goal kick. Longer went down to his left, strong, but he didn't come down with it, but he did push it out in front and allowed the defense to come back. Gatter coming back in the midfield position to help bring it out of the back. Rowdies look like they're pushing their defenders up as Hall's running down the right. Sweat's over here on the left and allowing Valima and Guerra to come back in the middle and maybe help lead the ball out of the back. Antonievich to San Filippo. Hall. Al-Hassan.
That's a couple times tonight that Al-Hassan has tried to maybe do a little bit too much by himself, getting that ball caught in his feet and turning the ball over. Luckily, it didn't cost him there as the Rowdies able to win the ball back.
Now they lose it again, and the Union have it. Sapong will go at Antonievich. CJ Sapong cuts it under the right foot. Good tackle by Sweat in from the side. It goes on top of the net. Be a corner kick. Ben Sweat had to come across, and that ball looping, knuckling, and lands about 2 yards over the net here.
Good job here by Stefan Antonievich to keep marking, but then again, Ben Sweat, no fear going in. He does have to be a little bit cautious as he's already sitting on that yellow card to go in there.
First minute caution. Ilicinia will take it as we approach the halfway mark of the first half. Philadelphia scored in the last corner. This one's over Longer's head. Sapong will chase it down. And it will be another corner. There's CJ Sapong. Ilcinho will make the 70-yard run from one, 70-yard jaunt, we'll say. It wasn't really a run. And then make it across to take this corner kick. This one out swinger, and Junior Burgos clears it out.
Not a good taken kick by Ilcinho, and it's cleared quite easily by the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Heineman will be whistled for a foul. Bodies collide at midfield. Won't run too far, it does. Fabinho from his back position on the overlap. Sees it go over the touchline, throw in. Taken by Hall. See Stuart Campbell on the sideline, shouting directions as he regains his seat. Espinal and Valima. Up for Sapong, will bounce over him. Hall. Fernandez's touch sets free Valima a little bit, but Burgos can't connect with Heineman running back on the back post.
Right idea there by Junior Burgos, but he did have some time there with no one around him. There was no reason to kind of force that unless you're absolutely positive you're going to find a Heineman. Might want to hold on to that ball, turn and go, and try to keep that counterattack going.
Anderson finds Pontius. Sapong making the run down the middle. He's onside. He'll bring it down with the chest. Now to Fernandez, Leo Fernandez. They've got Rosenberry. They choose not to go back to him as Carroll will continue it going out to the opposite side, and it will be Fabinho. Here's the goal scorer. Bet. And it's a through ball. Longer is going to corral it at the penalty spot. Let's look at the first-year Rowdies keeper. Longer. Looking for Heineman. Now it's out to Espinal. Darwin cuts inside. Into the left foot. Heineman with some space, but the touch rolls back to Matt Jones.
Just a little bit too much by Espinal. I don't know if Heineman expected it, but Espinal made a great little move, cut in at the top of the box and just wanted to lay it off to his left for Heineman. And Heineman was caught, I think, a little bit flat-footed and wasn't able to catch up to the pass.
Fernandez. Sanfilippo comes across. Fernandez able to keep it in. He'll go at Ben Sweat. Left foot. Spot post. Curling goal kick. Pontius couldn't get there, but a dangerous ball by Fernandez, and the Union looked dangerous again.
Yeah, he certainly did. Jeremy Hall was right there, as you see the cross in there, and that ball just a little bit ahead of Chris Pontius. Longtime member of DC United, now finding himself a part of this rebuild up front for the Philadelphia Union as well. CJ Sapong coming over from Sporting Kansas City, and the one veteran and long-time, on a couple other teams in between places, is the Frenchman Sebastien Letou, who did get the goal here midweek in that 1-1 draw for the Union.
Lima is fouled, is coming in late as Sapong. No advantage as that ball was taken by the Philadelphia Union. Of course, the Philadelphia Union, this is game 2, as you get a look at the replay of Sapong. Game 2 of 4 that they will play in the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational. They will take on the New York Red Bulls Wednesday night at the DiMaggio Complex. And then next Saturday, they will face Toronto FC prior to the Rowdies in Montreal next Saturday night. Looking long for Ilsinho. He'll bring it down. Nice touch. Marked by Guerra. Trying a 1-2, and it's back to Ilsinho. He's behind him. Now he'll pull it to the center, and it's a goal. Great goal for the Union as Ilsinho finds Leo Fernandez, and it's 2-0 Philadelphia.
Yeah, that was a tough one there, as you saw right off the go here. You'll see Sanfilippo try not to get into too much trouble here. Just trying to get a piece of him. Didn't want to bring him down, and then he crosses it into the middle of the box. And not much you can do about that one. As you Sanfilippo in the middle of the box. I think it was Juan Guerra on the close down there, and both Jeremy Hall, Sanfilippo, and Ben Sweat all there, but none of them were able to correctly get their marking done there, and it was just a good tap in.
And it was on sides, as Sanfilippo was the last offender when Ilsinho got that ball back. It is 2-0. Rowdies find themselves the biggest deficits they've ever had here at Al Lang Stadium. One. Trying to think back to last year. Did they even trail by 2 at all at home last year?
If they They did. I think there was one time they may have been down 3-1 and then maybe came back and got a tying goal. I'm trying to think of what game that was where they came back and got a late one, at least to save a draw.
Nothing comes to immediate mind. Philadelphia has really had the better part of play for the last 20 minutes or so.
Now they've really been packing up the midfield, playing a high line, and it's going to take something a little bit different for the Rowdies to kind of break through that.
Well, Sapong will get it. Now onsides. Looks to be Pontius.
Maybe just using those flanks a little bit more, having Ben Sweat or Jeremy Hall on the right-hand side to make some runs.
That one just rolls underneath the foot of Ilsinho, who may have been in one-on-one on Michael Longer if he was able to touch that one better.
Be interesting to see if Freddie Adu does get on tonight. He will be facing one of his old sides in Major League Soccer.
Nice move by Espinal. Darwin around Rosenberry, and he gets down to the area. He's got Sweat overlapping, and Ben Sweat pulls it back, cleared away. And hurt and into the wall is Ben Sweat. Sweat, it looks like he's holding his head. He may have hit his head on those stands that hold the signage. There's another look at Ben. You can see, did trip up and went head first.
And I think he did do exactly what you said. That is exactly in between where there's a metal bar going right up. Or there's one that goes right across a couple of feet up. You can't see because of the sponsorship going over where the bars were, but
well, it looks like Zach Portillo's might be getting ready a little earlier than they expected. Ben is up on his feet, which is good, but you know, we're going to have to be careful with any head injuries, and particularly in preseason. Ben seems to be okay grabbing the water, but we'll keep our eye on that. He's going to need clearance to get back in to the game as the throw-in's in play now, and the Rowdies, since Ben was down, will just play it towards the corner. Oh, offsides, excuse me. They were looking to do it short, but offsides the call. Crowd for the sportsmanship, but it was Rowdy's ball, so they didn't have to give it to him, but they were whistled for offsides. Jones all the way to the corner. Big left-footed boot will get it up towards midfield, looking for Sapong. Antonievich, first one there, but is off his head. Throw in for Philadelphia at midfield. Darwin wearing the tights. So I guess when I said at the beginning of the game, the Rowdies in black from head to toe is only really true for Darwin Espinal. He's got the knees covered. With the black shoes too, no less. Jeremy Hall. Valima has Sweat, but Valima's touch.
That's too bad because you get that going, and that's what I talked about, trying to get something up the wings, Mike, and Ben Sweat was ready to take off if that ball was placed in front of him, which it wasn't. And I think that's the way you've got to go right now with the Union really clogging the center of the midfield, is that they'll play that game all day long. They keep pushing the Rowdies back and pushing them back and making the back line just pass it around until something happens. So there's got to be some more movement up those flanks, and yeah, if you have to resort to the long ball for now, so be it. But certainly Sweat was open there for that play to work if the ball was on target from Valima.
Hall will turn. He'll be taken down from behind by Pontius and Fernandez.
And that's the other way of doing things too, is doing what Jeremy Hall just did there, Mike, is just run right at your players, run at the Philadelphia midfielders and force them to either foul you or try to win the ball back. And 9 times out of 10, I think you're going to get the call of a free kick.
Sanfilippo. Union will have the throw. Rowdies players getting stretched on the sideline. I think we'll see Philadelphia probably go 60, 65 minutes, as they maybe even a little longer for a couple of the guys. Ball switched across. That's Pontius. One-on-one with Hall. Into the area. On the left foot, Hall on the tackle, and he'll come away with it.
Great job there by Jeremy Hall.
Al-Hassan able to go around Fabinho. Over the top for Heineman. Heineman's onside, but that ball's too far. And Jones will pick it up. .37 minutes, strikes on the clock. 2-0. Philadelphia leads the Tampa Bay Rowdies. This exhibition game or preseason game in the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational. Stefan Antonievich.
Excellent here for the fans to be able to get this type of soccer played here in the Tampa Bay area, to have all these MLS clubs. And not just the MLS clubs, but some of the world-class players that go along with it. We saw a few of them in play on Wednesday night here in Pirlo, and David Villa. Drogba yet to get in. Frank Lampard didn't play for New York City FC while he was here, but with Toronto FC coming into town, Michael Bradley, Jose Altidore, Giovinco, and the Wright Phillips brothers on the New York Red Bulls still to come here to Al Lang Stadium. So fantastic stuff in the Suncoast Invitational. And also Joe DiMaggio on midweek.
Coming up in Clearwater. Pinellas County venture as Espinal gets it inside. Khalif Al-Hassan rips a shot just wide. About 30 yards out. Khalif had it, had a step, and it was low. Probably a couple yards wide, but strong shot there for the Rowdies.
Yeah, good effort by Al-Hassan, and I don't mind this one bit because of how good they've been playing defensively. The Philadelphia Union, that ends up going, a couple of feet wide, but if you see that lane and you have a chance, why not give it a go at goal? Because that's probably one of the only opportunities so far the Tampa Bay Rowdies have had in this first 39 minutes of play.
Valima gets it out to Espinal. Darwin. It's been dangerous a couple times to be able to get around the defender. This time he's got 2 on him. He'll play it back to Valima. Rosenberry slips, and the Rowdies will switch the field. Guerra. Bad ball for Sanfilippo, and now it's a counter opportunity here for the Union. Sapong is running inside. Are they going to try and give it to him? They do. CJ Sapong, left foot just wide. Pontius gave it into him. Sapong tried to go far post and put it about a yard wide.
Yeah, and Juan Guerra is happy that it did, because just a really weak pass across there that allowed that turnover to happen, and CJ Sapong just hits that ball, and it may have taken a bit of a deflection off of Antonievich, just enough to have it moving away from that far post, and goes just a bit wide.
Hassan's pass will go out of bounds. Look ahead to the schedule for the Rowdies in the preseason. We mentioned there Montreal 1 week from tonight. Then the following Saturday will be at USF, as you get a good look at the crowd. Then, as you mentioned, Lee, those trips over to England will face Nottingham Forest, Notts County, and Leicester City. Top of the table, Leicester City in the Premier League. Before opening at home April 2nd against the Indy 11. Ball will get back to Sanfilippo. Espinal, half the defender, will cut inside. He'll play it over to the far side, out to Al Hassan. Khalif Al Hassan looking for Heineman. It's cleared away by the Union. Sanfilippo will play it down to Hall.
Oh, not getting enough on that one, and again, it could have been a little bit worse, but Philly slows it down. But still, they look dangerous attacking the Philadelphia Union tonight.
Those are always the best balls like that, those that just tease the defender. Ben Sweat went after it like he was going to get it. Instead, it still got to Rosenberry, so he'd expend maybe a little more energy than he typically would. Didn't end up going far, as Burgos will chase Philadelphia even further back in their end, but comes out. Tibet will find the open man. They'll successfully find Fabinho, who will go down the left side. F to F, Fabinho to Fernandez to Ilsinho. And now wide to Pontius, tackled by Sanfilippo though. Again, Ilsinho. Ilsinho with 2 assists on the night. A corner kick, able to find Trebet's head. And then the ball on the good individual work as he came into the box and found Leo Fernandez trailing the play and putting it in from 10 yards out, middle of the field. Espinal with it. He'll play Sweat wide. Ben Sweat has to wait on it just a little bit, but he doesn't have a lot of help in front of him. Now Espinal will come around him. Espinal has been able to go at Rosenberry, will slow it down. He'll try and get it back to Sweat. Instead, Rosenberry now sends it back out to Stefan Antonievich.
You can see Tom Heineman there at the top of the box, in behind the back line. He was motioning and waving his hand up, looking for the long ball across for him, and it never came.
Al Hassan into Valima. This one's going to go back. It went behind Valima. Turnover, 3-on-3. Ilsinho now gets it, make it a 4-on-3 as Sapong coming back to chase the play. Left foot tackle by Sanfilippo. He got it. Antonievich was there too, but the Rowdies had to scramble to recover there again in the final minute here of the first half.
Yeah, at the last second, Sanfilippo just getting there in time. I think CJ Sapong, that would have been an easy goal for him. I'm not sure if Longer could have got to that. And you saw the frustration on CJ Sapong, thinking that he should have put that one away. But again, careless giveaways by the Rowdies almost costing them.
Rosenberry, Longer, keep it from going over the end line. Final half minute, and with the Ben Sweat injury, I would imagine, again, preseason game, you're not going to typically see a lot of extra time, but we might be 1 or 2 minutes. That's my guess. I'll say 2, but we'll see where the referee takes us. What 2 does is tells us the difference in the score here, and just way too many turnovers here for the Rowdies. They'll lose it again. Now another odd man rush here for Philadelphia. Coming in and on the left foot, shot near post, and it will go into be a corner kick. Missed the near post on the near side into the side netting. You know what? I have no idea, because there is no stoppage time here in the first half, and I thought that may have been, but no stoppage time. We do see the Philadelphia Union leading the Tampa Bay Rowdies 2-0, and Heather Donnelly is down on the sideline. Heather?
Coach, in your game on Wednesday, you mentioned that most of your mistakes were self-inflicted.
Right.
You seem to have corrected that tonight. How do you think about how your team has played?
Yeah, I thought we moved the ball well in the first half. I think that was probably our strongest 45 minutes from start to finish. Created a lot of chances. Had a couple, maybe we could have scored as well, but at the same time, happy with the 2 goals and organized defensively, which was positive.
What will be your message to your team in the locker room?
Yeah, more of the same. We have some guys that we pushed them with the double session yesterday, so they'll have heavy legs, but they need. They're at the stage of the preseason where they have to push through the soreness and get some fitness out of this match. And we have a good opponent in Tampa Bay. They're not going to lay down. I'm sure they'll put together a strong second half.
Thanks, Coach. Mike?
Thank you, Heather. It's Jim Curtin who has his team looking pretty good in the first half. They got 2 goals. The Rowdies got none. And they will find themselves facing a 2-goal deficit as we have 45 minutes to play here tonight in the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational, live from Al Lang Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Last year, Bud Light built a town called Whatever USA and invited anyone who enjoys spontaneous awesomeness to become its citizens.
It's like Christmas, my birthday, Mardi Gras, all combined. This is unreal. It's like my best dream.
Are you up for whatever? Good weather, drinking beer, it's awesome. Where am I? This is amazing.
And all that's standing between you and a chance at is sharing a 15-second audition video. Tell us why you should go using #UpForWhatever and #audition.
It's a 1-iron. And the right side of the green should go left when it hits.
I can't even see that one.
Oh, just a couple more.
Well, how's he getting on?
He's 4 over.
Again, water coming off the bill of his head.
It's wet, isn't it?
You warm enough? I'm warm enough, yeah.
So when do you think you'll turn professional?
I know I have to keep working hard to keep getting better and better.
On the tee, Tiger Woods. From Northern Ireland, Roy McIlroy.
Good shot, Evan.
Welcome back to Al Lang Stadium here in downtown St. Petersburg, where the Tampa Bay Rowdies are trailing the Philadelphia Union 2-0. This week, the Rowdies trained hard for this game against the Philadelphia Union during their preseason, and we were there to capture it all. So here's a look back at the week in training.
We start off with a red ball. Yellow is defending this side. Yeah. Hey. Don't go backwards, forward.
It's all right. Looks like there's some tired legs, but we gotta. It's preseason, so that's what comes with it. Well, I know I learned something. Personally, don't stop until the whistle's blown. But you learn that as a kid. But I think we're all still feeling each other out, and we're gonna get that chemistry right so we can get ready for the season.
So, sit here. Yeah. So then you come forward to me. Low dive here. Up, try and save it, roll it back to me. Come back to this pole. Hit another one just above the ground. Same side. Switch dives one in here. That's it. Now we switch. Okay?
We split them in 2 groups. I took 10 players, Raul took 10 players.
Good, well done, well done.
The sessions were aimed on high intensity over a short period of time. Obviously it's pre-season training, it's the 3rd week, so the intensity levels have gone up, most especially with the ball, and that will continue this afternoon, tomorrow, Thursday, and then Friday will ease off going into the game on Saturday.
Only takes 1 second to get a big old bruise like that. Hey!
I'm being a little girl, man.
Yeah, I know the play. I just want to thank you, Danny. Appreciate it for the gift. I will be getting you back.
So it was a great training session today. Probably the best training session we've had of preseason. It was great intensity from both teams. Coaches have been doing all the right things with us, and it's starting to pay off. You know, he wants us to be one of the fittest teams in the league. Putting in the work day in and day out like we have been, it's really starting to show. And today's session was fantastic, and we got rewarded with just having 1 session today. It'll be exciting for this weekend and then the next weekend against Philly and then against Montreal.
We're going to take a quick break, but coming up, we'll have first half highlights. You're watching the Tampa Bay Rowdies taking on the Philadelphia Union. Rowdies trail 2-0.
Last year, Bud Light built a town called Whatever USA and invited anyone who enjoys spontaneous awesomeness to become its citizens.
It's like Christmas, my birthday, Mardi Gras all combined. This is unreal. It's like my best dream.
Are you up for whatever? Good weather, drinking beer, it's awesome. Where am I? This is amazing.
And all that's standing between you and a chance at is sharing a 15-second audition video. Tell us why you should go using #UpForWhatever and #audition.
It's a 1 iron. And the right side of the green should go left when it hits.
I can't even see that one.
Oh, just a couple more.
Well, how's he getting on?
He's 4 over.
Water coming off the bill of his head.
Sweat, isn't it?
You warm enough? I'm warm enough, yeah. Yes.
So when do you think you'll turn professional?
I know I have to keep working hard to keep getting better and better.
On the tee, Tiger Woods. From Northern Ireland, Roy McIlroy.
Good shot there, man. Well, the exciting scenes of preseason, and it's only going to get more so as we look at the next week's game, as well as the second half, and then the regular season. Mike Pepper, Lee Godfrey here at the half, where the Rowdies trail Philadelphia 2-0. And Lee, I mean, you sit there, the Rowdies had a little bit of the play early on, but aside from that, Philadelphia really deserves the lead they have.
Yeah, they certainly do as we take a look at these first half highlights. And like you said, yeah, they did impose their will right away. Here's first minute, Ben Sweat. Hello, welcome to St. Petersburg. A yellow card there on an early tackle, some rough stuff, but I don't mind that, you know, saying, hey, welcome to our house, and this is how it could be. If you guys want to play here, we'll show you how. But really, a lot of the early opportunities as Fernandez here, you know, longer coming out and just getting a piece of one here. Good save. A lot of stuff on the counterattack tonight from the Philadelphia Union, and there's just an example here. And a good job by Longer to get out. Hey, no fear, head first into that one to be able to save the day. And CJ Sapong with another opportunity. Ben Sweat, even though he's on the one yellow, comes charging in again and slide tackling there and forces a corner kick. Here's the one Alisson opportunity. He lets one go from distance, but that one's always curling away from the goal. Ilsinho, Tribbett, unmarked. He's able to dive in and get his head on that one to give the Union a 1-0 victory. Off the leg there, Valima. I think he was already in the goal, though, not to worry. And then again, Juan Guerra getting caught, and there's the cross into the box, and it is Fernandez. There's some miscommunication between all three defenders there, and it really was a game of the turnovers too, sure. Not just those goals, but the ones that they didn't score really created some opportunity with some bad passing by the Rowdies.
Great point, because that's what I was going to comment on. I mean, that's, you know, Stuart Campbell. Obviously, opportunities go when they finish. You give credit to the other team, but too many times those turnovers, and that's got to stop. And we're probably going to get a big change here for the Rowdies in the second half. That we'll get a chance to see that. We'll see that here as we come up. Second half action when we return. But Al Lang Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Philadelphia leads the Rowdies 2-0.
Can you feel it? That vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1,000,000 megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
At St. Anthony's, we're not just a hospital.
We're partners in the community, providing a connection to wellness for those in need.
We're St. Pete's newest emergency center with all private rooms for your comfort.
We're Suncoast Medical Clinic with all your physicians under one roof.
We are imaging and same-day surgery minutes from your home.
At St. Anthony's, we're your connection to exceptional care.
And welcome back to Al Lang Stadium, where second half action not far away. Rowdies Union are back out on the field already as they are getting loosened up. Not the only ones who aren't. Usually they're the first ones, the referees. They're making their way across the field too. And I think as we start to see Stuart Campbell will be going across, and Heather Donnelly, our third person of the team, as you see right there. We'll be talking to him in just a moment, and Lee Godfrey, and I'm Mike Pepper, as we have 45 minutes to play, and looks like maybe the Rowdies might be having some of these same players in going a few minutes into the second half. It'll be interesting to see what these changes are here, Lee, because it really, for the most part, was it left the Rowdies need to play better. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
They do. Not only play better, stop making the Union look good because of the mistakes that they made, and I'm sure that Stuart will allude to that, Campbell, when he does talk with Heather. And just to see those changes, you know, he's talking right now as he walks over to Darnell King, and to see if he comes into the game, and see if we see a change in goal, and to really push it. I'd like to see them challenge the defenders a little bit more of the Philadelphia Union in the second 45.
One of those changes we will see, Chris Glodock will get an opportunity as he makes his way down to the other end, and as he makes his way into the other goal, Stuart Campbell's made his way with Heather Donnelly, who's on the sideline. Heather?
Coach, Philadelphia put a lot of pressure on your defense there in the first half. What do you think of the way your team played?
Yeah, very disappointed with the overall performance. That's not to the standard that I expect. It's not to the level that the guys can play, and it's not to the level that they produce day in, day out on the training field.
It seems like you'll be having a new group coming in here in the second half. What do you want to see out of them?
The simple things in the game, controlling, passing and moving, and also when the time's right to press. I know it's pre-season and we've been training really hard, but I still want to see the fundamentals carried out a little bit better.
Thanks, Coach. Mike and Lee.
Thank you, Heather, as we see that. And I still see a few faces still in there. Antonievich, Espinal, right there. We see 27. That's one of those trialists here, Lee. Constantine Mullinger, who's going to make his way into a midfield position, it appears.
And Darnell King has come into the game.
As a right back in for Hall. So we have a couple. We've also seen Danny Mwanga will make his way in for Heineman. But that may be it for now. Walter Ramirez did not see if he's made it in just yet. But it appears that Valima is out in place of Mullinger. And we'll replace the rest of those as Guerra still in. Burgos is out now. And as we say, Burgos is out. Not sure who he was replaced by, but we'll keep you up to date. Actually, I take that back. Yeah, no Espinal there. We'll have him in for you in just a moment. Well, the referee gives us a signal. We are underway as it appears. Ramirez is in for Burgos, but Al Hassan will move up front. Ramirez will go to one of those wider positions. And of course, you can tweet us, and it's still relevant. Which Rowdy will score the first goal? And you can do that at Tampa Bay Rowdies or any other tweet you may want as we play the second 45 at Tampa Bay Rowdies on Twitter. Long ball looking for Mwanga. It's over his head, but Gatter will come down with the second ball. There's Mullinger. And he'll get it back to Chris Glodock. Over the top, looking for King. Can't catch it. And run out of bounds just before the corner flag. Fabinho. Mwanga's touch, not good there. But he'll get it back. Put Mullinger under some trouble. Looks like Philadelphia is rolling with the same 11. To start the second half. Five subs for the Rowdies at the half. And Ramirez will get called for the foul as Rosenberry had gone up.
Well, you heard Stuart Campbell talk to Heather at the half, and that's, sometimes you don't want to make it more difficult than it is, and just get down to the basics and the simple things right. And that's exactly what we saw in that first half too. Just the passing not crisp, giving it away too much, the movement going forward, not being able to break through the midfield and defense of the Philadelphia Union.
Sweat has to slide in to get to it before Fernandez does. So like one Rowdy running on the sideline. It appears to be Freddie Adu.
Well, Freddie Adu spent the 2011 through 2013 years with the Philadelphia Union. But in those 2 years, really not playing a heck of a lot, only making 35 appearances and scoring 7 goals for the Union.
Darnell King with Espinal. We kind of speculated as some of those players that would normally play in a regular season but may be seated. There's a good look at Freddie. The hips loose, the legs loose. Are a couple of those center midfielders. So Guerra, that's why you see a Mollinger in there right now. But with Guerra, you do have Savage and Chavez. And offsides is the call. And let's get with Heather Donnelly on the sideline. Heather, on Freddie, right?
Yeah, Mike, we're keeping track of everyone's tweets down here to at Tampa Bay Rowdies, and at Megan X Reno asked, when is Freddie Adu getting into the game? Well, Megan, he just got up off the bench and is warming up, so I expect to see him sometime coming up soon here in the second half.
Thank you, Heather. Yeah, getting some minutes here. And again, one of these things, it's a long preseason. 8-9 weeks is really long, and with the travel over to England. As Ilsinho will look to drop it in for Sapong. Shoulder charge by Darnell King, and Chris Glodak is able to come off his line and pick this one up.
But you know, it's got to be a little bit frustrating at times for Freddie Adu when you look at his past. The last time that he would have been able to go through a full preseason with the same club would have been when he was with the Philadelphia Union, because he's been played or bounced around since that time on 3 different teams and over since 2013 before coming to the Rowdies. Over 3.5 years, playing 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 games over 3 years before coming to play for the Rowdies and getting in 8 appearances last season. But because he didn't have the preseasons, because he didn't come in fully fit, you know, he got injured and he probably wasn't at his highest level. So good this year. He probably feels a lot more comfortable as we take a look at Juan Guerra with the pull on the jersey there, and the referee makes the right call. But now to be able to go through a full preseason and to come in fit, I think will really help Freddie Adu.
Carroll, after working with Ilsinho, and they'll get back to Jones. Mwanga will pressure him a bit, and Jones will send it up, and maybe Sweat was looking for an offsides call, but Fernandez had gotten back. No flag came up, and Sweat will have the loose ball now. And Al Hassan attempt to get to Walter Ramirez wasn't very good. Stubbed his toe, it appeared. Anderson from the back. Keeping it in is Fabinho. Darnell King.
Mollinger there. He passed a little bit behind Darnell King. They end up getting the throw in. I was just going to say, this is better stuff moving the ball forward from the Rowdies.
Walk down to Mollinger, and those two are able to keep the ball. Mollinger will look at the switch. He'll get it out to Ramirez. Walter Ramirez into the box looking for Mwanga. We might have an own goal, but a great save by Jones.
Wow.
Anderson appeared, may have gone off his heel, and Jones had to scramble to his left.
So the best opportunity for the Rowdies right now of that. What is he doing? That is terrible from Anderson, making Jones come up with a huge save.
Well, Khalifa Hassan with the corner kick. It'll be an out swinger. About the penalty spot, ball's going to bounce. It bounces high for the second ball. Ramirez doesn't get to it in time. Now it's Sweat. Out to Mollinger, back to Sweat. Line pushed up for Philly. The Rowdies are coming up with him. It's a high line right now. We'll see what the Rowdies can take advantage of that with some space behind. Back to Ramirez. Walter Ramirez gets the give and go from Espinal. Now to Mwanga. Brings it down, but it's behind him. Fabinho chested down by King, but Fabinho gets the second ball and sends it right towards the midfield stripe on the near side.
Oh, you do hear a little round of applause here at Al Lang Stadium from the crowd. They know that this is better now from the Rowdies, moving the ball, getting a little 1-2 combinations, swinging balls into the box and creating opportunities.
Tackle by Al Hassan. As the players stay down, it will be a free kick for the Union. A conversation with Khalif Al Hassan. Well, he went in before him, and it was a foul, but certainly not enough contact to warrant a card, I don't think. Good touch, but Darnell King's going to get to before that, but his ball back is not good. He was trying to go to Glodak. It's Sapong able to get it. Now the ball's free still. Still it's free. Now the shot off the side netting. It will be a goal kick.
Wow.
Another dangerous turnover.
Sloppy play there, and a game-saving tackle there. Darnell King with a very poor back pass. Catches longer no man's land. Darnell King, Glodak gets a piece of it. Longer's the first half. And then, boy,
Sanfilippo.
Diving save by Sanfilippo to send that out at the last second, but Glodak really wasn't sure what to do there. So again, just some poor passing, poor decision making right now in areas of the game by the Rowdies. That they're, this is what preseason's for, though, Mike, to, get out there, get used to playing with some new players around you, but still has to be better.
Yes, it does. Right now it is better for Philadelphia on the cross, and that one's going to be cleared out by Sanfilippo. Just missed Ilsinho running in. Sweat up to Al Hassan. King again. Back to Sanfilippo. Now to Espinal. Good work to get out of there as Philadelphia closing him down. King will now send it back to Chris Glodak. Second-year player. Straying ways out of his box there, but gets it over to Stefan Antonijevic.
Yeah, they need to find some channels. Just looking at the middle of the pitch right now, you've got Danny Mwanga, but no one in a center midfield position right now. Mwanga drops back a little bit, but there's just way too much space between the defenders and the people for the Rowdies playing up top. They get it out wide here and start to move the ball forward.
Al Hassan and tries to get to Mwanga. Mwanga being mugged.
And that's going to be a card
by Anderson, I would say. It was a pretty severe grab for Anderson.
Now this sets up a free kick and a great opportunity for the Rowdies to be able to nick one back here in the 58th minute of play. But here you'll see Anderson just wrapping his arms around Mwanga and just not giving him anywhere to go.
Well, the wall's set up. It's going to be right about the penalty spot, 12 yards off the end line. Khalif Al Hassan is on it. It's a four-man wall. Maybe he even wants five. That's a pretty severe angle for five, and then they will kick one of them out. So it's a four-man wall. Al Hassan on the right foot, and it's really kind of a five-man wall. Surprising right there. You should have a lot of bodies on the back post should the Rowdies want to try it. But they will try and flip it up and over, and it is high.
Yeah, that really wasn't even close. It's too bad there because you did see, at that back post too, though, Danny Mwanga was pretty much lined up in an offside position. He had to come back, and that's right about when they're about to kick the ball. So
as you look at the Union and them getting their players ready to go here in the second half. Expect to see those subs.
And pretty much what Jim Curtin had said to us before the first match Philadelphia played here is he's going to ramp up the minutes for his starting 11 and go with 60, and now once again 60-70 minutes.
Espinal over the top of everyone, run down by Ramirez. He's got Al Hassan. Mollinger taken away from him. Ben Sweat will get the throw. Tried to do it quickly and gets it to Ramirez before Philadelphia can get out there with him. Mollinger has a little space, but he'll get it to Gatta. Gatta out wide. Walter Ramirez. Step over, trying to get it across, and it will go high and headed up by Trebet, but it's still free. Pontius, the second one, though, clears. And Sapong works the ball back to Fabinho, up to Ilsinho. That one may have rolled over the line, but not the case. Here's Sapong again. Carroll with a lot of time. Mollinger gets it off of Ilsinho. Espinal now. We've played an hour with 30 minutes to go. Rowdies will have a throw. And Freddie Adu ready to check in. Probably on the next loose ball or dead ball. So it goes out of bounds. Free kick here for the Rowdies as Espinal is taking. Next ball out of play. Let's see. Nope, that will be a sub indicator. And Freddie Adu set to make his preseason debut.
Well, that answers the questions on Twitter here on the 61st minute of play is when Freddie Adu will get his first preseason game action for the Rowdies here in the Suncoast Invitational. Gets a nice round of applause.
For Khalifa Al-Hassan in the game. And Freddie will be asked to task right away. He's got the left foot and he's got the free kick teed up. Philadelphia, Chris Pontius is coming out of the game. As they're set to make a substitution. May be Walter Restrepo, and it is. Here's Freddie's first touch. Flipped on by Mollinger, is going to roll to the back post. And off of Gatta, throwing for Philadelphia. Kind of difficult to have that first touch be free kick, but another throw for the Union. Nice touch by Adu. Ramirez wide to Sweat. And Sweat tries to get it into Mwanga. He does. A good touch. And Mollinger saved by the goalie. Now deflected out. Corner kick. Mollinger would have been a longest shot of my Michael Longer pick, but it's a save there by Matt Jones.
A good little setup here. Ben Sweat sending this ball into Danny.
Well, now Adu, they're back to play. They took it quick there, honestly, but secondly, unfortunate ball, and now a good counterattack for Philadelphia as Walter Restrepo has it. He's got Ilsinho, he's got Sapong on the back. They got 5 bodies, there's one of them. Now into Ilsinho, who will touch it. Carroll back out to Restrepo. Here's Carroll again. Restrepo. That's blocked. Mwanga now into Adu. Freddie. Mwanga was running with it, had 2 defenders with him, but Walter Ramirez has some space wide. Ramirez will switch it across. That's a bad ball. Restrepo has it. He was looking for Espinal. Came nowhere near him. Mawanga will get called for the foul. There is that opportunity for the Rowdies on that before the corner kick, Lee, as you see Mollinger in.
Yeah, Mollinger does get all of it, and Jones just able to go to his left, and he had that all the way. A nice save by him, but certainly beyond that almost own goal opportunity, the best straight-on shot by the Rowdies in this match.
Good defensive pressure, probably didn't allow him to get around the ball and curl it like he wanted. But the Rowdies were in behind and had that chance to cut the lead in half. Now it's an opportunity for the Union to extend that lead, but the long ball for Nagara just over his foot. Al Lang Stadium, St. Petersburg, Florida. We played 65 minutes and change with the Union leading the Rowdies 2-0. Sanfilippo with the ball. Mollinger back in his midfield position. Here comes Frankie Sanfilippo. The dude's running into the corner. So is King. Fabinho, though, between them wins the ball. Wangetta. There's Mwanga. Ramirez in the corner. Can he get something out of it? And it will go off of Walter Ramirez and be a throw in right at the corner flag. Rowdies will try and pinch in. Long throw clears almost everyone. Guerra, though, does with the second ball. He's in trouble as Sapong pressuring him back, and he had no help there, but he's able to get it. Espinal. Into Mwanga. Mollinger. Adu. He'll get it wide to Sweat. Sweat whips it in, headed away by Anderson.
Yeah, good ball in by Ben Sweat there, and good defensive play by Anderson. Mwanga was right there in behind him.
Freddie Adu, left foot out swinger. Mwanga tied up with Anderson in the middle right in front of Matt Jones, and that'll warrant the referee to say enough of that. We'll see what these two are doing.
Yeah, and Tribbett in battle with Antonijevic.
Whipped in near, and it's shot. Espinal just wide. They're saying corner, no, but the referee disagrees. Adu whipped it in low, and Espinal just in front of the near post. Couldn't curl it back to get it between the sticks.
Yeah, I was going to say probably not the best as you corner kick taken by Adu. You see it take the bounce there, but Espinal able to get a foot on it because of where it landed, and I don't know if that hit the foot as well off of Rosenberry, and if it should have been a corner kick again.
Throw in for the Union. King runs it down towards the corner. Fabinho gets it. Sent across. Antonijevic has to slide in, and the call is a goal kick. Stefan Antonijevic got there beforehand, but perhaps the forward behind him came in and just put it wide. Glodok had a sketchy goal kick last time. Want to lift this one up to midfield. Out towards Ramirez, but it will hit the bench.
Go!
70 minutes is struck, and that means white shirts heading towards the fourth official. Philadelphia looks poised to make a few subs. Rowdies have a couple guys warming up, but no one ready to jump. They did make 3 or 4 subs, or make that 5 subs at the half. Freddie Adu has since entered. Union only 1 sub to this point. And that's Restrepo, who is the sub. And he'll go into the wall. It's a dangerous wall. As Ben Sweat hit it earlier. Restrepo's up though. Trying to get to Mwanga. Anderson though beats him to it. Carroll. Darnell King able to cut him off though. Battle of the 20s in the corner. Restrepo and Espinal. Restrepo will drop it off for Fabinho.
Unfortunate bounce there.
But it's offsides.
So it wasn't.
Unfortunate bounce by the fortuitous call. And that will allow Philadelphia a few subs. Sapong off. Ilsinho off.
Anderson appears to be coming off as well.
And you're right, Anderson. Those appear to be the 3 subs. As Philadelphia plays it to one of their new players on, Heather Donnelly can update us as well. Heather?
Yeah, Mike, 3 new players came on there. Sebastian Letou, Fabian Herbers, and Richie Marquez are the 3 new Philadelphia Union players on the field.
And a big shot there by Fabinho as you hear Letou in, as well as up top. But that was a big shot by Fabinho. But Herbers, who was dangerous for them the other night. .73 minutes have passed. Darnell King with it.
So my mistake earlier, Mike. I said Letou wouldn't even be playing. And then I looked a second time here at my starter sheet, and it was the Rowdies who did put who their players starting are and who their substitutes are going to be, but the Philadelphia Union just put who their starting 11 are going to be. So
right,
they can put on anyone they want after that.
Appears to be the case. Darwin Espinal comes away with a loose ball. A little more pace needed, but his ball behind Mollinger.
And Walter Ramirez on that left-hand flank going up and looking for that pass as well. He tried to go directly into the center of midfield and just a poor back pass, and the Philadelphia Union take over.
Trevitt throws it up, and now it's Carroll. Darnell King forced to go backwards, but now he get it to Adu and Espinal. Darwin. And from Mollinger. Mollinger has to do it. He'll get it out to Freddie Adu. Adu has it taken off him by a Walter Restrepo tackle. Falls at the chest of Freddie Adu. Now Adu will look as he tries to cut it back for Mwanga. It's off of Fabinho.
The right idea by the Rowdies there, and Freddie Adu, you knew exactly, or he did as well, knew exactly what he wanted to do there, Mike, but it's just the execution is just a tad off when you're playing some of these teams, like you said, that have been in some camps a little longer. Their season starts almost a month earlier. That these game scenarios, and for Freddie Adu, his first match action really of the 2016 campaign. He'll be disappointed with himself, but you have to know that it's early days.
Yeah, in the early days, everyone should, in theory, get better. Sanfilippo headed away by Marquez. King back to Glodock. It's got Tonievich close by, but he'll go for the long one, and Ben Sweat, and it will go over the touchline. Throw in. Philly takes it fast. Nice little touch as Carroll has it onto the right foot. Good tackle by Espinal, pushes him off, and Sanfilippo heads it back to Glodock.
Some good quick one-touch passing there by the Union. They just weren't able to pull the trigger on that one. In the end, Sanfilippo with a nice head back to Glodock, so there wasn't any trouble there.
The two fouls Ramirez. Free kick for the Rowdies.
There's the big Frenchman. Bit of a cult legend here, there in Philadelphia. The Sons of Ben, their big supporters group. I love him. When he was traded away there, played some time in Seattle and New York, and they couldn't be happier. I don't think Sebastian Letou could be happier to be back in Philadelphia as a member of the Union. Had so much success in their first two seasons, and they got to the playoffs fast and surprised a lot of people on how fast the team came together.
Guerra has it stripped from him by Herbers, excuse me. Note to self, don't abbreviate first initial last name. Fabian Herbers. Here's Noguera. Turnover here for the Rowdies. Trevitt's pass looking forward. Taken by the black shirts. The dude's got help wide, and that is Espinal. Darwin looks, can't get to Mwanga, can't clear Marquez. Second ball, Juan Guerra as he tries to bring it down. And Juan Guerra is taken down 21 yards out. Off the near post. See what the Rowdies can do here on this direct kick.
See it coming here and it bounces, and
Restrepo gets a yellow card.
He's pulling him a little bit, and I don't know if that's a little bit of talking. It looked like it was a bit of a high boot as well, and it didn't really make contact with Juan Guerra, but it certainly was a foul. A little bit of pullback and a high boot at the same time. Not happy about it is Restrepo, but that's the call.
For dissent, Restrepo said something obviously. The wall's set. It looks like we got it 4 yards north of the 18, so we'll say it's 22 yards. Freddie Adu is the one that's teeing this one up. The wall's going to be set back here at about the penalty spot, so we will say 22, and now let's be generous, maybe 23.
The question is it enough to get it up and down over the wall? Do they want to try to get it through the wall?
Espinal's there, Adu is there. Ramirez is behind him. Here's Freddie Adu. And deflected off the wall, or I thought it was. Instead, it goes sky high. So it's a goal kick. Appeared to take a deflection from our angle, but no one really pleaded for a call, so I'm going to say there wasn't.
I saw exactly what you saw there, Mike. It did appear to, I don't know if it was just the spin that he had on the ball in these movements, but it went and did a little zing up.
Yes, it did. Here's Jones. The two. Fabinho will earn a corner kick as Espinal comes across. And a deflection from a long way away does Walter Restrepo will come up and take it. We've passed the 80-minute mark.
Well, it will be another week until the Rowdies play again.
Doesn't get any easier as the Montreal Impact. 4-1 winners today will be here. Chris Glodok gets a second ball. He'll look quickly. Not a lot of help out there, but it's a nice throw out to Restrepo, or make that out to Walter Ramirez.
Yeah, but then the Rowdies just give it right back, and now it's a counter for Philadelphia.
By Walter Restrepo. And Restrepo will take a right foot shot. Glodok down to his light and makes the save. And that's down to his right. I was just saying light to cover either way. It was definitely down the right. I meant to say lower right, but he got down and made a pretty nice save there.
Yeah, nice save once again, all because of the giveaway, a poor pass, and you do see that Restrepo was able to make a cut in and earn the corner.
Back post, headed away by the Rowdies. It will be a corner kick on the other side.
Antonijevic getting up high this time and heading it back behind him. Sebastian will too with that ball in.
It's like Restrepo on the far side will run up to take this one left foot. He's got one coming out to help, and only one Rowdies out there, but Adu will quickly try to make that a two-player situation. Headed up, and Glodok has to go high and tips it over the bar. The Union with a dangerous opportunity, and they'll get it again from that corner.
Good save by Glodok. It was going to come in and fall short of that crossbar. He had to get up there.
May have been off the Steph.
Time it right and punch that up and tip it over the bar.
Now it's loose on the ground. Ramirez able to get to it for Tampa, but they lose it for the Rowdies. And it's a goal kick this time. And the Rowdies will be set to make a substitution. Looks like they're bringing off Darwin Espinal. Jeff Michaud will come in for Espinal. Leo Fernandez. He'll try and play for Restrepo. King there, but now the unsure, but the Rowdies do come away with it. Michaud, little space in front of him. Now up to Mwanga. Mwanga's got it. He has to avoid the tackle, and now the second tackle by Marquez, and it will go over the sideline for a throw-in. Michaud quickly into Freddie Adu. Back to Juan Guerra. Mollinger's touch just not quite there, but he'll get the second ball. Referee may have been in the way, and O'Gara not happy about that. Then Sweat, he's got Ramirez wide, and Ramirez now has 2 defenders on him. Gets played together. Sweat on the overlap. Philadelphia doing a good job of cutting off all the lanes. And now Ramirez into Mollinger. He's got Machad. Mollinger's shot blocked. Scored out to midfield before King received the pass. Freddie Adu. Adu now in behind. He's going out wide to Darnell King. King cuts it back. It's over the head of Mwanga. Ball still free, challenging, trying to go up. Strong bodies. It's Philadelphia that gets there. Juan Guerra and Darnell King is off sides, and it will just go over the goal line for the goal kick.
Well, good play there. It just, you know, if it's not too light of a pass, it's a little bit too much of a pass right now. The Rowdies having a difficult time of getting it, you know, just right to create those goal-scoring opportunities. They have played a little bit better the second half in creating opportunities. Not quite as many giveaways. It has been sloppy on both sides of the ball at times tonight, but certainly not giving away where opportunities are clear. Nice ball here.
Here's Latu.
A smart play too then by Sebastian Latu. Didn't have anybody coming with them, not in a position to do anything, and just have the whereabouts just to knock it off a Tampa Bay Rowdy player and earn a corner kick.
Ball is played short. Carroll out to Fabinho. He's got some room if he wants to tee it up, and it does, but it's going to go wide for the goal kick. Well, we've just passed the 86-minute mark, so no stoppage time first half, probably none second half, but we're probably less than 5. Rowdies would really like a goal. The result may not go their way, trailing by 2-0, but they haven't scored in the preseason. Granted, it's 1 game and 86 minutes plus, but still recounts one of the things, and they did bring in a Heinemann and Mwanga and Ramirez and Al Hassan, and it's Adu with a little bit longer. Georgie Rissoff not playing tonight, but you know, they just haven't been able to find the back of the net.
Yeah, they've had the opportunities on a few occasions, and I think it will come. It will come. It does take a little bit of time when you bring in a number of those players that are your offensive type players. Many of the midfielders and defensive midfield minded players and the back four pretty much all returning. It's that offensive part of the game, the goal scoring, the attacking part of the game, and it's going to get these guys you know, more than just 2 games or more than just 45 minutes, a half to get used to each other.
Now into Restrepo. Darnell King comes away with the ball. Sanfilippo able to stand him up there. Darnell will turn it over, and Latu able to get into the penalty area before cutting it back to Restrepo. He's got some space, certainly not shooting. Now they'll look at it on the back post, cleared away by the Rowdies. I think Jim Curtin would like them to go a little stronger at goal in that situation.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're just trying to pass it around now with a couple of minutes left, but when Restrepo had the ball that first time, clearly looked like he had some space to his left just to be able to let it fly.
Marquez.
On the second time he wasn't on as good of an angle, and that's when he tried to put it across the face of goal, not shooting, but the first time, yeah. I'm always, if you've got that opportunity, take it. I don't care what time of the year it is.
Here's Mollinger, a long ball across. Michaud can run it down. He does. We go at Fabinho. Tries to split 2. It's still at his feet. Still at his foot as he cuts across the 18. Now he's going to turn. He gets it to Guerra. Juan Guerra over the top. Great work by Michaud. Probably carried a little too long, but he's still able to get the ball to his teammate.
Yeah, fantastic that he was able to hold on to it at his feet, and he finds Guerra wide open, and I just don't know if that took a little bit of a bounce just before he was about to pull the trigger, and that's why he got under it. But from that distance, you do want to hit the target. Just watch his ball take a little hop right there. Yeah, it's about an inch off the ground when Guerra goes to hit it, and that's why he gets under that one and puts it up into Ralph's mob.
Well, a turnover now, and Walter Restrepo has it after Fernandez gives it to him, and that one's blocked.
Restrepo obviously not wanting to take anything with his left foot, or else he would have had a good shot at goal.
Good hustle by Trebet there. Trebet is able to chest it down. And Guerra onto the back post. It's flipped up, and Glodok has it. Looking at 5 seconds on the clock. No signal, but so we were seconds away. Give Freddie a do a chance if he can go forward. He doesn't, and that will signal the end of the game as the Philadelphia Union, on the strength of 2 first-half goals, have beaten the Tampa Bay Rowdies 2-0 in the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational here at Al Lang Stadium. Of course, it is home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. You get a good look at Danny Mwanga and Heather right now with the head coach of the Philadelphia Union, Jim Curtin.
Coach, you come away with the 2-0 victory. What do you take away from tonight's match?
Yeah, I thought overall it was a good performance. Again, good to get a win, obviously. I thought Tampa kind of had the better possession the second half. We had some tired legs out there, but we're happy to get 6 guys 90 minutes, and it was a good exercise for our guys. Some good actions to goal, I thought, and overall happy with our performance.
What'll be the focus for you guys as you prepare for your next match in this invitational?
Yeah, I mean, going into this game, we wanted to keep a clean sheet, so we hit that target. We wanted to score on a restart, and we did that. So we checked 2 boxes. We're happy with that. Again, we go in now with 2 tough games against Red Bull and Toronto to get us ready for Dallas on the 6th. So that's the big one.
Thanks, Coach. Mike and Lee, back to you.
Thank you, Heather. And obviously, Jim Curtin had it. And he pointed it out. You know, Tampa played a little better, but as his team's gone through a lot of heavy legs, and they've got 2 weeks now to the regular season. And right now, Heather Donnelly is with Stuart Campbell.
Coach, I know you.
I think that wireless mic, we'll see if we can get that worked out there for Heather. At that point, maybe it just kind of switched off or with the battery, but we'll see whether or not we can get those thoughts. I mean,
you know, and
well, let's check it in. Let's see if Heather that's got it on. Hello.
You got me now, guys?
Yes, we do, Heather.
All right, Coach, I know you weren't thrilled with your team's first half performance. How would you compare the first half and the second half?
Yeah, I thought we were a little bit better in the second half. We moved the ball a little bit better than what we did in the first half, and we obviously created a couple of chances, but unfortunately we were unable to take them.
You mentioned that fundamentals were an issue in the first half. How do you plan to address that this week in training?
We'll sit down and watch the video, and we'll point out exactly what I said at halftime and what I'm going to go and say now. We have to move the ball. There's, for my opinion, far too many dribbles that were unsuccessful in the first half.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you, Mike and Lee.
Yeah, thank you, Heather. And that's going to be a week of practice. And again, it's week 3 done of 8 weeks preseason, so the team will get on and go from there. That's Saturday. I want to tell you, go to Rowdy Soccer. Check out Wednesday's action. You can do that. But we will be back here on Saturday, and that's going to be on the 27th, actually, as Toronto FC takes on the Philadelphia Union right here at Al Lang Stadium. We'll be on the call of the Suncoast Invitational, and we'll follow that one up with our game here against the Montreal Impact, the Tampa Bay Rowdies. And that's Saturday, February 27th, 1 week from today. So, Lee, we had a disappointing result, but certainly they can learn a lot from this one. So we'll talk to you all tomorrow. For Heather Donnelly on the field, for Lee Godfrey, I'm Mike Pepper. Philadelphia beats Tampa Bay tonight 2-0 in the Rowdy Suncoast Invitational at Al Lang Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies.